Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Sunday, January 20th, 2019, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the moon. The moon on this chart is right here in Leo. Oh, pretty much at the time of the lunar eclipse that we are having today, but I'm actually going to start when the moon's a little bit earlier here in Cancer. When the moon's in Cancer, which it will be at the start of the day, that brings our attention to feelings, our emotions, to what's going on privately, internally, inside us, perhaps that other people can't see, some stuff going on behind the scenes. Also brings our attention to home and family, working with your home or your family in some way. Now what we've got happening early this morning, a little bit after we wake up, is this moon in Cancer making an opposition over here to Pluto in Capricorn. What that can bring very early this morning perhaps are some strong feelings, may not be the most comfortable going on. There could be a lot of deep, intense feeling, soul searching that it is that we're doing. Could feel a little bit tumultuous. Maybe there's some subconscious stuff or some stuff from the past as well that is coming up. I do believe these things that we're feeling that could be uncomfortable may have to do with some kind of change here in our life or the direction of our life in some way, and some big matters kind of hanging over our heads that we're going to have to deal with, and that I do think is going to stick with us. The next alignment that's going to occur is a few hours later after lunchtime. Around that time, this moon in Cancer, as it moves further throughout that sign, is then going to make an opposition over here to Mercury in Capricorn. And what may happen around then is there could be lots of conversations that could come up, lots of conversations about your feelings, maybe even lots of conversations with a home or with a family member about your home or about your family that could occur. Okay, these feelings could be a little bit challenging here, again with Mercury so close to Pluto and with Mercury on the South Node. Could be some conversations about things from the past that feel uncomfortable, but I do believe, especially as the moon starts to move closer to the North Node around dinner time, that these conversations and these things that you're thinking and processing in your mind, even if they're uncomfortable, are going to help you figure out what you need to do in order to feel better emotionally, to ground yourself more in life and what's going on right now in your life, so that you can begin to move forward feeling better. Okay, what's going to happen after this now, as we're moving after dinner time towards bedtime, this moon in Cancer is then going to make a square over here to Uranus in Aries and a trine to Chiron in Pisces. So what could happen is, as we try to figure out how we can feel better with some stuff that's going on crazy, that lately that is crazy, that could feel a little bit tumultuous, once we figure out what we need perhaps to restore the balance, to maybe root and ground ourselves so that we can move forward, there could be some unexpected events that we could do or that someone else could do to us to help ensure their own security or your own security emotionally in life. Could be a little bit jarring, a little bit upsetting with the trine to Chiron, whatever does come up late at night, whatever it is that people do, but I think is meant to help people figure out how they can feel much better in their life, restore the balance, and do what needs to be done so that things are not so chaotic. All right. So that's going to happen there. And then the last alignment of the day actually is going to happen, depending on where you are, maybe even tomorrow morning. It's going to happen right there, late tonight, early tomorrow morning. This moon is going to move further through the zodiac around that time. It's actually going to enter the sign of Leo, and it's going to oppose the sun, making it a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo. And what's going to go on then is there could be a lot that people are trying to do to ensure their happiness, to be happy, to do the things that you need in life, to not only feel comfortable and feel safe, but also to enjoy your life as well, okay? I think that's what we're trying to figure out here. We've got a lot of big responsibilities weighing on our head with all this stuff in Capricorn. We got a lot of worries, a lot of fears, maybe even a lot of insecurities about our life, about our future, about what's been going on lately in our lives, about some big changes that we're making. And I think what's going on at the end of the day at this full moon lunar eclipse, as the moon comes over the North Node, is we're trying to figure out how to be happy with all these responsibilities weighing on our shoulders, with all these things that are going on that are scary, and it might require us to do something unexpected of some sort, or to break free from some things in the past that may have been holding us back, so that we can find the happiness that we need to sustain us through some of the responsibility and the work that we have and need to do, okay? So that's what's going on there. The first thing that I want to mention, of course, of the moon in Cancer, pay attention to your emotions. Don't ignore them, okay? And I think if you can pay attention to what you need emotionally, it's going to help you find the answers that you need so that you can better handle some big, heavy stuff, life changes that are currently taking place. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the sun is, because the sun as well is going to move into Aquarius almost around the same time of this full moon, lunar eclipse. What this is going to bring, first of all, happy birthday to all my Aquariuses, but what this is going to bring as well, when the sun moves into Aquarius for the next month, a focus here more on group and collective action, working with other people, on friends, on lightening up, on seeing the big picture. Okay, that's going to be going on. And I think here at this full moon and lunar eclipse, we're trying to figure out how to be happy with some big responsibilities that we have, so that once we do that, we can begin to relax into our work, envision the future with it, and not be so stressed out or anxious about what is to come, but instead allow things to happen as they need to happen, and to detach from some of our problems now that we hopefully are feeling much better about them all. So I do believe the sun in Aquarius is going to help us detach from our problems and see the future better after we get our emotional needs met right now. All right, now the third and last thing that I want to talk about, well, maybe I'll go here. I'll go to a positive thing. Venus in a conjunction with Jupiter, because I did talk about a lot of perhaps difficult things, and there are a lot of difficult things going on in the chart right now. A lot of stuff from the past, a lot of fears and insecurities, negotiating with relationships and money. That could be hard. But I think if you do all these things, if you aren't afraid to deal with all this subconscious stuff that's hurting you, that you're uncomfortable with, it's going to help you with this alignment here to find new answers, to find new people, new money sources that can help you with your problems, that can help give you the things that you need, that you feel like you're missing, that you don't have, that have been hard for you. And it's just really about not being afraid to go back to the past, to rehash and deal with some of those issues that have been hard, so that you can break free from them more and more and more as the days and months go on this year, and start to do them differently, heal from them, overcome them, and find other answers that you need, that you've been missing. And I think this alignment, Venus here in conjunction with Jupiter and in a square with Neptune, is going to help you intuitively get in touch with what you need, attract more of the things that you need to you, and start to move forward on them, even if there, again, with the square to Neptune, are some more details that you need to work out before it all comes together. So that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.